Very, very good morning to one and all. And today we are continuing the rest of the content. Now today we are discussing the rest of the content. Let's say this. In the previous class, we have discussed what is known to be that corrosion and how the corrosion takes place on the metal surface. In the previous class, we have already discussed what is known to be a stable metal oxide and unstable metal oxide. ఒకసారి ఒక 2 minutes రీక్యాప్ చూసిన తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ కంటిన్యూషన్ లోకి వెళ్దాం. In our previous class, what we have discussed is corrosion is known to be a destruction property. When we are discussing corrosion, the corrosion is known to be a destructive property. The destructive property is identified when the metal is placed in the environment. When we are placing the metal in the environment, then what happens? The metal surface which undergoes rate of corrosion, when the metal containing the active side, the metal surface containing active side, then the metal surface is covered with that metal oxide layer. The conversion of a metal surface to the metal oxide layer, what we are saying is corrosion, right? Now we will have an example here. The best example for corrosion is nothing but when we are taking iron. When the iron is placed in the environment, the iron metal surface is covered with that iron oxide. Next. In our previous class, we have discussed when the metal is exposed to environment, the metal surface is oxidized and oxygen gas is reduced. Loss of electrons is known to be oxidation and the gain of electrons is known to be reduction. When the metal is treated with the oxygen, it gives rise to metal oxide. I'm repeating. When a metal is treated with that environmental condition, metal gives rise to loss of electrons, metal gives rise to metal ion plus loss of electrons. Loss of electrons is known to be oxidation. Now, the oxygen which gains 2 electrons from the metal, which is reduced, metal is combined with the oxygen gives rise to metal oxide. In our previous class, we have discussed corrosion is nothing but an oxidation process. Corrosion is nothing but an oxidation of a metal surface. The oxidation of metal surface is directly proportional to the temperature. When we are increasing the temperature, the rate of corrosion value increases. Then there are the sum of the metals where the rate of corrosion value is equals to 0. And those metals we are discussing like Ag, Au, platinum and mercury, silver, gold, platinum and as well as mercury. All metals react with oxygen at higher temperature except silver, Rm, platinum and as well as mercury. Now these are known to be the exceptional cases. Now, in our previous class, we have already discussed what is known to be the role of corrosion. The role of oxidation corrosion when we are discussing based on that rate of corrosion, we can have two types of that metal oxide formation. The first category of metal oxide we are taking as a stable metal oxide. And the second classification I'm saying is unstable metal oxide. Stable metal oxide is nothing but which containing high rate of corrosion. Unstable metal oxides are known to be that lower rate of corrosion, high rate of corrosion, then stable metal oxide, low rate of corrosion, unstable metal oxide. The metals like aluminum, chromium, copper, wolfram, zinc, iron. Aluminum, chromium, copper, wolfram, zinc and iron, etc. and etc. which containing high rate of corrosion. They can able to form stable metal oxide, protective metal oxide, thick metal oxide, non-porous metal oxide. When we are discussing the metals like alkali and as well as alkaline earth metal, now they're having lower rate of corrosion. The corrosion is acts as a metal surface. The corrosion having very lower rate. So the metal oxide seems to be a filament-like character, and those metal oxide containing some cracks on the surface. The cracks identified on the metal oxide surface is known to be a pore. So the formation of a porous metal oxide, non-protective metal oxide identified when we are taking the metals like alkali and as well as alkaline earth metals. Right. In our previous class, we have discussed what is known to be that piling Bedworth ratio. I will tell you what is known to be piling Bedworth ratio. When we are discussing about the piling Bedworth ratio is a ratio of volume of metal oxide by the volume of metal consumed. In the previous class, we have discussed the ratio is greater than 1, the ratio is less than 1, the ratio is equals to 1. Ratio is equals to 1 calculation pakkaka teesayana. Ratio is greater than 1. The ratio is greater than 1 indicating that the metal oxides containing non-porous nature, the metal oxide containing protective nature, the metal oxide is known to be stable metal oxide. Examples for if the piling Bedworth ratio greater than 1, examples are known to be aluminum, chromium, copper, and as well as wolfram. Here I'm taking that the next continuation here. What is known to be the piling Bedworth ratio less than 1? The piling Bedworth ratio less than 1 indicating that the volume of metal consumption value is greater when compared with that the volume of metal oxide. Okay, that means that which containing less amount of metal oxide. The ratio greater than when indicating that higher ratio of metal oxide. Increasing the percentage of metal oxide, decreasing the percentage of metal oxide. If the metal oxide percentage decreases, the protective layer, the metal oxide, what we're saying is they are known to be that less stable metal oxide, it is known to be that porous metal oxide, and it is known to be the non-protective metal oxide. Now, when we are taking the ratio greater than 1, the ratio greater than 1 are identified in the metals like aluminum, chromium, copper, tungsten, zinc, and etc. Now they're having high rate of corrosion. Simple one. Greater than 1, less than 1. Greater than 1 indicating that stable metal oxide, less than 1 indicating that unstable metal oxide, greater than 1 indicating that non-porous metal oxide, less than 1 indicating that porous metal oxide, greater than 1 indicating that metal oxide containing thick layer, less than 1 indicating that metal oxide containing thin layer. Right. And today we are discussing our topic. And today we are discussing our topic, right? That is known to be that theories of corrosion. In examination allowed theories of corrosion. I will tell you what is known to be the theories of corrosion. Let me tell you what is known to be the theories of corrosion, right? The theories of corrosion of two classification. The first corrosion I'm saying is dry type of corrosion, and the second classification I'm saying is wet type of corrosion. I'm repeating. The first classification, the dry corrosion, and the second classification, wet corrosion. What is known to be a dry corrosion? The dry corrosion which takes place in the dry environmental condition. Dry corrosion is identified in the dry environmental condition. Now, the word dry corrosion indicating that with it only containing oxygen. అంటే ఏంటంటే మనం corrosion అని చెప్తున్నాం metal which is reacted with the environment containing oxygen, right? When a metal is placed in the environmental condition, when the metal is placed in the environmental condition, the environment containing oxygen, the environment containing moisture, the moisture containing water. But when we are placing the metal in the dry environment, the dry oxygen condition, when metal ఏం చేస్తారంటే only oxygen condition లోనే treat చేయండి. That means which doesn't containing moisture, which doesn't containing any water content. So it is known to be that dry chemical corrosion. The dry chemical corrosion, it can be takes place in the homogeneous and the heterogeneous surfaces. Now, the corrosion is identified on the metal surface. Now we will see the mechanism like this. Okay. And the dry corrosion, when we are taking just previous mechanism, where the metal surface is oxidized and oxygen gas is reduced, where the metal is combined with the metal is combined with oxygen, metal plus oxygen gives rise to metal oxide, same mechanism. Let me tell you what is known to be the wet corrosion. When we are discussing about the wet corrosion, corrosion takes place in the corrosion takes place in the wet condition. I will tell you what is known to be the wet corrosion. When we are discussing about wet corrosion, and the wet corrosion here of three classifications. The first condition, now we are taking the moisture condition. The moisture is nothing but environment containing the moisture, environment containing water, the moisture containing H2O, the environment containing the moisture, right? And this moisture containing oxygen. So what we are saying, it is known to be the neutral medium. H2O and neutral medium. So the first condition I'm saying is a wet condition, aqueous condition or the moisture condition. The first condition, what I'm saying is aqueous condition or the moisture condition. It is known to be number one. Let me tell you the second condition, right? Let me tell you the second classification I'm discussing. That is known to be the acidic medium. Now I would like to take the metal in the acidic medium, acidic solution. I'm taking hydrochloric acid solution. Hydrochloric acid solution is nothing but HCl, which is dissolved into the water condition, aqueous HCl condition. Now here I'm taking aqueous HCl condition. Aqueous HCl condition, we are taking HCl and as well as the H2O condition, and again same and which containing HCl containing water, aqueous HCl condition, and H2O containing oxygen. H2O containing oxygen. So when we are discussing about the next classification here, it's simple. The second condition, what we're saying is acidic medium. The third condition I'm saying is a basic medium. I will tell you what is known to be the basic medium. Basic medium ante em ledante when we are taking the pH value greater than 7, basic medium best example, I'm taking a base. Acidic medium best example HCl తీసుకుంటే basic medium best example ఏంటంటే sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide plus H2O plus and half O2. Because aqueous sodium hydroxide తీసుకున్నాను. Aqueous sodium hydroxide pH value ఎంత greater than 7. Aqueous HCl value తీసుకోండి, pH value less than 7. Aqueous condition తీసుకోండి, pH is equals to 7. So now we are taking the wet corrosion. The wet corrosion under the three condition. The first condition, when we are taking a neutral medium, aqueous condition or the moisture condition. Aqueous moisture condition lo మనం చెక్ చేసుకునేటప్పుడు pH value ఎంత ఇక్కడ 7. The next condition, acidic medium. Acidic medium అంటే ఏం చెప్పండి? Hydrochloric acid, aqueous condition, the water containing dissolved oxygen. Now when we are taking aqueous HCl condition, and here the pH value is equals to less than 7, right? The third condition I'm taking basic condition, sodium hydroxide condition. When we are discussing about sodium hydroxide condition, the sodium hydroxide condition, when we are taking the pH value, it is known to be the base. The base pH value is equals to greater than 7. So when we are discussing about electrochemical corrosion takes place on the three conditions. And the first condition, neutral medium, aqueous condition. The second condition, acidic medium. The third condition is the base medium, right? The corrosion takes place on the wet condition. Wet conditions lo manaki enti neutral condition, aqueous condition, acidic condition, or basic condition. Now when we are taking when metal is taking under the aqueous condition, when the metal is placed in the wet condition, now we are getting a galvanic type of corrosion. What is known to be a galvanic type, right? The word galvanic type indicating that the metal surface is known to be anode and the solution medium is known to be cathode. అంటే మనం జనరల్ గా మీరు మెటల్ ని aqueous condition లో తీసుకుంటే, నేను మళ్ళీ చెప్తున్నాను, when we are taking the metal under the aqueous condition, then what will happen? Now when we are taking the metal under the aqueous condition, the metal surface is acts as anode and the solution medium is known to be cathode. మీరు మెటల్ ఏం చేస్తున్నారు? మెటల్ ని aqueous condition లో తీసుకుంటున్నారండి. ఇక్కడ ఏం తీసుకుంటున్నారా? మెటల్ ని acidic condition లో తీసుకుంటున్నారు. ఇక్కడ ఏం తీసుకుంటున్నారండి? మెటల్ ని basic condition లో తీసుకుంటున్నారు. మెటల్ ఇన్ ద aqueous condition, మెటల్ ఇన్ ద HCl condition, మెటల్ ఇన్ ద basic condition. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి, the metal is known to be anode. And here the metal is known to be anode. The metal is known to be anode. The metal is known to be anode. Solution medium is known to be cathode. Solution medium is known to be cathode. Solution medium is known to be cathode. So it's similar to that. It is similar to that galvanic type of corrosion. Now see this. Let me see the mechanism of wet type of corrosion. Wet type of corrosion man cheppetappudu mana two types of mechanism mind lo gurtinchukondi. The first category of mechanism, what we are saying is hydrogen evolution type corrosion. The second category of corrosion, what we are saying is absorption of oxygen corrosion. Simple. I will tell you what is known to be that hydrogen evolution corrosion. Hydrogen evolution corrosion అనేది acidic medium లో జరుగుతుందండి, గుర్తుంచుకున్నాను. acidic medium అంటే ఏంటండి? acidic medium is nothing but when we are taking the metal should be placed in that hydrochloric acid condition. Hydrochloric acid condition and the aqueous condition. Aqueous is known to be H2O. H2O is known to be the water. And this water containing dissolved oxygen, the water which is containing dissolved oxygen. You see this. Now three conditions mind lo gurtinchukunnanu. Aqueous condition, aqueous means that aqueous HCl condition, aqueous acidic medium condition followed by that which containing oxygen. మనం తీసుకున్న water లో dissolved oxygen ఉంటుందండి. Then basic medium lo dissolved oxygen. When you are taking any aqueous condition which containing oxygen condition, so it containing, you see this, which containing HCl. When we are taking the metal in the acidic medium condition, then what will happen? When we are taking the metal in the acidic medium condition, simple only, the metal surface is acts as anode. The metal surface is known to be anode. The metal surface is known to be anode. That means iron gives rise to iron 2+ plus 2 electrons. The loss of electrons, what we are saying is oxidation. Loss of electrons is known to be oxidation. Then I'm taking the H plus ion. The H plus ion where we are taking from hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is nothing but it gives rise to H plus plus Cl minus. The 2 moles of H plus where we are taking from hydrochloric acid. H plus which gains electrons. H plus gains electrons gives rise to hydrogen gas. Then gain of electrons is known to be reduction. Gain of electrons is known to be reduction. And the loss of electrons is known to be oxidation. So what is happening here? Loss of electrons takes place on that iron metal surface. Gain of electrons takes place in the solution medium. Metal surface అనేది oxidation జరిగితే solution medium ఏమవుతుందండి? Reduce అవుతుంది. The resultant what we are getting? We are getting the net reaction iron which combined with that hydrogen gives rise to Fe2 plus evolution of hydrogen. So when the metal is placed in the presence of HCl condition, the evolution of hydrogen takes place at cathodic condition. Cathodic condition లో hydrogen అనేది evolute జరుగుతుంది. ఎలా జరుగుతుందండి? The metal containing HCl which containing 2 moles of H plus, the 2 moles of H plus which gains electrons from the metal, where the metal is oxidized, the solution is reduced by gaining 2 electrons. HCl containing the H plus ion, H plus 2 electrons which are liberating hydrogen gas. So metal surface reaction ఏమంటాడంటే oxidation reaction అంటాడు. Solution reaction ఏమంటాడంటే reduction reaction అంటాడు. We are taking the net reaction like iron is combined with H plus gives rise to iron 2 plus hydrogen gas liberation. So it is known to be that evolution of hydrogen type corrosion. దీన్ని ఏమంటాడంటే evolution of hydrogen type corrosion అంటాడు. జాగ్రత్తగా ఉంది. Now let me see the continuation here. We will have a diagram like this. We will have a diagram like this that is known to be iron. You see this, it is known to be the iron, and this iron is acts as anode. The iron is going to be anode. Now acidic basic medium conditions ఒకసారి తీసుకుందాం. Now ఈ diagram కంటే ముందు ఒకసారి basic medium condition వెళ్దాం, తర్వాత diagram లోకి వెళ్దాం. The next condition I'm taking as absorption of oxygen. Absorption of oxygen మనం తీసుకునేటప్పుడు I would like to take an alkali medium. నేను మళ్ళీ చెప్తాను ఇక్కడ ఏం తీసుకుంటానండి, alkali medium. Alkali అంటే ఏంటో basic medium. Basic medium అని చెప్తున్నాను. Basic medium is nothing but we are taking sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is going to be base. Sodium hydroxide pH value is equals to 7. Sodium hydroxide where we are taking in the aqueous condition which containing H2O. Then aqueous sodium hydroxide, the water is always containing dissolved oxygen. మనం తీసుకున్న వాటర్ ఏముంటుందంటే dissolved oxygen ఉంటుంది కదా, గుర్తుంచుకోండి. Basic condition where the pH value is equals to 7, sodium hydroxide, aqueous condition, and the water containing oxygen. The water containing oxygen. Now see this. Now when we are taking an alkali medium condition, when we are taking alkali medium condition, then what is happening here? The iron metal surface is acts as anode. Simple. The iron metal surface is acts as anode, where the loss of electrons takes place on the metal surface. And we are taking an alkali medium, the alkali medium containing simple H2O and as well as oxygen. H2O plus half O2 which gains 2 electrons. ఇది O2 కాకుండా half O2 అని తీసుకున్నాను. H2O plus half O2. H2O plus half O2 అంటే ఏంటంటే H2 plus single O, this is also single oxygen, right? H2O plus half O2 which gains 2 electrons gives rise to 2OH minus. Simple. Iron metal surface is anode. Iron metal surface is oxidized and the solution medium is reduced. Loss of electrons is known to be oxidation and the gain of electrons is known to be reduction. Loss of electrons is known to be oxidation and the gain of electrons is known to be the reduction reaction. Then what is happening here? Iron, aqueous condition, absorbing the oxygen gives rise to ferrous oxide. Ferrous oxide, ferric oxide ki difference undandi. FeOH twice ante ferrous oxide, FeOH thrice ante ferric oxide. Let me see the diagram here. Simple. Input diagram chudandi. Now I'm taking this iron metal surface. Iron metal surface acts as anode. Iron metal surface is known to be anode. What is known to be anode here? Where iron is converted to give iron 2 plus. Iron gives rise to iron 2 plus. Iron 2 plus 2 electrons. Loss of electrons is known to be oxidation. Now what we are taking here? We are taking a basic medium. We are taking a basic medium. And here we are taking a neutral medium. Neutral medium lo తీసుకున్న basic medium lo తీసుకున్న same condition అన్న. When we are taking the basic medium which containing oxygen and as well as H2O, alkali medium aqueous condition. Alkali medium under the aqueous condition which containing dissolved oxygen. Now the dissolved oxygen is combined with the metal gives rise to point గుర్తుంచుకోండి. Initial గా మనకు వచ్చేది ఏంటండి ferrous hydroxide. Then మనకు వచ్చేది ఏంటి ferric hydroxide. Ferrous hydroxide followed by ferrous hydroxide followed by ferric hydroxide and ferric hydroxide followed by the rest. Diagram కొంచెం జాగ్రత్తగా చూద్దాం. Now when we are taking the metal in the alkali condition, simple. When we are taking the metal in the alkali condition, the metal surface is oxidized and the solution containing alkali medium which containing oxygen and H2O